I think this is way bigger than we think.
That's what I was saying before.
Yeah.
This might be like the biggest thing we've ever participated in.
This is gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Yeah,
If he really I mean, he says he's got every state. He's got 50 states represented.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Dirt Drive Podcast. We have, again, spun the wheel, but we still have Freddie this week.
Hello.
So Freddie's back. We're in Tom's basement with Tom.
Yo.
The other two guys will be joining us later for another podcast.
For a future past.
For a future past podcast. This actually goes in order. So it's today's is Tuesday. The next one is...
Look at us being organized for 2024.
I think. I don't know.
It's just because of the rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why we're back, because last week we talked to Jed and Matt about the actual event.
Yep.
And this week we are
It was a really good episode.
a virtual pre-run.
Virtual pre-run.
Yeah, I think so.
I could actually get a virtual pre-run and get my thing up on the computer on the
Gaia?
TV on Gaia, and we could actually go through.
Did
the
you
course.
find you're missing, what was it, like 60 miles difference?
Oh, I found it. I got to so officially, unofficially. By the time this comes out, we'll be closer, and I don't think he'll get as mad. It's 618 miles.
Yeah, he said that in the last
Did he say?
Yeah, he said in the podcast.
Oh, I put that on the intro clip too, didn't I? I was
Yeah.
like, I think I'm like 580,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, 618. So officially 618. I'm at 623. So I'm
Okay.
a little long.
He said you were good for like the first half, and then there was something that split off, and
Yeah. So after the New River Gorge
I hope he
is where it kind of got a little fucky.
I hope he's like spending this weekend like finding new routes, and he's going to
he
completely unfuck the whole thing.
He pre-ran it last weekend.
No, I know, but
He
that's
ran
what-
the actual event.
but that's what I'm saying is I'm hoping after the conversation with you and you having somewhat accurately mapped
no.
it, he just goes in and he's
Flipped
like,
it.
you know what? Instead of going left here, we're going to go right.
No,
and
I
it's
don't
just
think-
going
and
to
then we're gonna circle, and we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna go left.
Yeah.
No, because he had to get like the state and the federal government on board, and he had to
Yeah, I know.
get that route.
Yeah, because he was saying
accepted.
that there's like sections that gates are gonna be open that are normally closed.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I know, and then from texting with him again, and I sent him my new route after I talked to him. He's like, "Yeah, the first 75% of your route is like 90% correct," and I'm like, "Great." And the first 70, so from the route that I planned, the first 70% is where the elevation changes. That's going to be obviously it's the first 70%, but it's going to be the slowest part.
You're going straight up.
The last 30% is pretty damn well flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna take a while to get into a groove too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
I haven't driven. I did do it once. Me and a buddy drove to Chicago.
What's that, like 13 hours?
13 hours.
you don't got shit on us.
So we stopped along the way, picked up a WRX block or an STI block, I don't remember. And then we got to Chicago, into the middle of Chicago to a storage unit, and it was a full Subaru
Like warehouse.
drivetrain. Like
Oh,
it was subframe, rear
Holy
subframe,
shit.
diff, trans, drive shafts, everything.
Were you driving something that you could put all that in?
No, it was a legacy wagon. So we load all that up. It was a full engine, trans, the whole 9 yards.
Squat.
And then it was rough. So we drove out and back in a day, and it was like 26 hours.
Okay.
Damn.
So I've done this once before.
So with two people, you did 26 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is more extreme than what we did, because we did 4 people.
But it was just
and we
highway
did-
driving. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah. See, to me, highway driving's worse.
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
like think about it. We do a 6 to 8 hour day at the Cove on rock trails.
and we go 4 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go 4 miles, but you're behind the wheel. You're running that energy, that mental thinking.
Yeah.
You're
And
in
by the time you get back to camp, you're fucking exhausted.
Right, but this is
So
good-
now do it for 24 hours and just die at the end.
right. So this is the midpoint between our Cannonball run to Vegas
Yeah.
and
A long day.
a long day at the Cove. So like this is that nice in between point where like it's going to be relatively easy cruising, but it's also going to be better than just sitting on a highway
Yeah.
for 20 hours.
I've also been stuck at the Cove to where we didn't get back to camp until 12 hours later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's another thing too.
yeah. I'm excited. I can
I'm so
I
excited.
can drive like this all day long.
And I think with us having our plan of trying to stick together within like a quarter mile of
Yeah.
each other. So that way we know we're good. We've got PJ running Chase, PJ, Trevor, and AK now.
It's not quite Chase. It's not quite Chase.
It's not quite Chase. But he's gonna have our fuel. He's gonna have our spare fuel.
Yeah. So
You really don't want to take that with you?
No.
I
don't think we
would.
need it.
See,
I don't think we need it.
I agree with you. I don't think we're gonna need it
I want to carry it just in case because I want to be prepared for others as well.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
So-
with the fuel in PJ's truck is like he'll be
can give it to
monitoring-
anybody.
He'll give it to anybody. So if you're listening, you need fuel. Call in channel 22.
Well, see, but here's
we'll have a
the
radio.
thing though, because you got to remember, PJ's doing media, so he's not on the trail with us.
He's not.
He's got
He's-
different points.
yeah, he's going to be at the spectator
He
spots.
is paralleling the trail the whole time though.
Sure.
He's got. I guess.
But-
Jed has a. They had a meeting with the media guys.
So-
and he has a route that follows. Pretty damn. It parallels it exactly, but it's just none of the off-road stuff.
Yeah, I imagine like something that's going to take us 3 hours is going to take them 1.
Yeah, because we're gonna be switched back
Right.
20 mile an hour where they're 40 mile an hour straight shot.
But yeah, with all of my fuel locations and everything I've seen.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna
and
need
I've
it.
called around to the gas stations. A lot of them are going to be open just for this. I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to get to the point where I'm going to need. I'm saying this now. I'm going to fucking jinx the shit on myself. I'm not going to get to the point where I need.
Well, don't worry, I'll have
gas.
fuel.
I know.
Well, so this is kind of how I was looking at it, because you get what 300, 350 to a tank.
Yeah, on a great day,
All right, so
it's a Jeep.
Well, yeah,
But let's say
but if you're doing mostly low speed,
Yeah.
almost idle, you could probably count on 350 because you're basically just putting through the woods at idle,
Yeah.
maybe loaded, so call it 300.
Yeah.
So in
especially with
theory,
low tire pressure.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I've chosen my tire pressure too.
you're in a perfect world, you're a single fuel stop, right? So
No.
No way.
No.
I'm filling up at every spot.
no,
Yeah,
that's why I
almost
said
every gas
perfect.
station I pass.
But that's what I'm saying. So from a safety standpoint, it's now a 2 fuel stop.
Well, I would say planning it's a 4 fuel stop.
I'm planning on 4.
Every
Really?
150 miles, I'm getting gas.
Yeah, because mine's all messed up because of how big the tires are. The computer
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
do it right.
We can fix that.
I have the little thing, but I've never messed with it.
I can fix it right now.
Yeah, if you have JScan, it's an iPhone app.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like $20.
You have a
to buy the
you have a
license for
Bluetooth
year.
OBD2.
I got a little torque thingy.
Yeah, do it right
Yeah,
now.
that may work.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
when
Back to the
when I
podcast.
fill up, it says 220, 222, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it says I'm only getting like 11 miles to the gallon, but
Yeah.
it's more like 14, 15.
Yeah, that tracks.
So
This was my thought, was if you went no more than 200 miles without filling up, it's a two stop race.
no,
essentially.
it's 600 miles.
600 miles.
You get 200 miles to a tank.
Right. So, but no.
Yeah, that's going to empty.
Right,
This
so
motherfucker does that though.
You do
we,
that?
We were
No,
in
okay.
New Mexico.
That
and
was-
we had
that was by
20 miles
choice.
left on a range and 30 miles to the nearest gas station.
No.
Fucking, I was
we had
sweating bullets.
65 miles, and the one gas station we came to was on an Indian reservation or Native American reservation, and gas was $1.50 more than it was everywhere else. So we all agreed we could probably find another gas station within 60 miles.
But you didn't look?
Well, we did. We got back on the highway and started looking for gas stations, but the problem was we had just entered the reservation, so every interstate was that same like $4.89 a gallon. So we ended up getting off the interstate to go find like
This is
$3.30
why I
a
don't
gallon.
trust him with his fuel mileage. We're
Did
good.
we run out
And-
of fucking fuel or not?
Dude, we were on fumes.
We had-
the
okay.
range went down to
But
0.
No, so
No,
when the
but there-
range hits 0, you still have 20 to 25 miles left.
Thank you.
No, don't tell my wife that.
Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. It's they call it an idiot light for a reason.
It's just the same way with batteries. Like
Yeah.
electric cars, when they're manufactured and put out, the 100% charge is actually 80.
Yeah.
So in 7 years, when that battery's a piece of shit, even if it lasts 7 years,
Yep.
it's 80% still 100.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
they do that with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's some rule too with ratings, like tool ratings, like
Yep.
how much torque they can take, how much they can lift, all that stuff.
Well, that's why like all your lithium ion tool batteries and stuff, they just shut off.
They have a-
Yeah.
They're not actually
Right, they
They're
have a
not
BMS in
zero. They're
Because
just smart.
when they go to 0, you can't recharge them.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if you have a battery that, like I just did it with the Milwaukee yesterday, I've upgraded.
Oh, you do the jumpers?
Well, I've upgraded all of Connor's power wheels to
Nice.
either
Oh,
M12 or
I need to
M18.
do that. We'll get together.
But the problem when you just add an adapter onto a Power Wheel, it will drain the whole battery.
Yeah.
And we were driving around with it yesterday, and the battery got really low, and it wouldn't charge because the BMS inside the charger is like, it's too low. I can't charge it. But if you just dump 20 volts into it for 10 seconds, it wakes it all back up and good to go.
Yeah.
So where I was going this from a math standpoint, 0 to 200 fuel, 200 to 400 fuel, 400 to 600,
okay.
you're done. It's a 2-stop race.
I'm still going 4.
I'm going
That's
as many as
fine.
I can.
Yeah.
Well,
And I have 12 gas stations on our Gaia route.
right. So the idea is if you're less than half a tank, right? Because if you're getting 350,
Yeah, if you're less than half a
if
tank,
you're
start
less than
looking for
half a
gas.
tank, hit the next gas station, and that should be 2 to 3 stops mathematically.
We'll see how it works, but I think we're 3 to 4 is unnecessary.
I'm gonna purposely run while you're sleeping
I'm
at
gonna
2 in the
fucking
morning. I'm gonna
cry.
purposely run out of fuel just for the content.
And he
Just to
wakes up
prove
and
a
it's
point.
me filling up the Jeep with my jerry can.
Hey PJ.
He also yelled at me. So shout out, because we're at that point now in our lives where we have to say this. Gearhead Coffee, one of
Yes.
our wonderful brand sponsors,
Affiliates.
Well, yeah, officially sponsoring us. I have plans to like French press coffee on the trail, and
I
Tim
love doing that.
fucking A right. Thank you. Tim's like,
Alright,
we're not going to
let's
stop
fucking-
to make
Dude,
coffee.
we are-
I'm like,
so
we're going to
we've had that
absolutely stop
argument
to
at the
fucking make
Cove.
coffee.
Oh, I don't like to stop on the
No,
trail. I like
so
to fucking go.
We'll get up to like the top.
you're complaining about going for 24 hours.
I have a
We're going to have to stop, and we're making
I have
coffee.
I have a
motherfucker.
consolation. When we stop for fuel, since we're getting fuel, we can also make your French press
But
coffee.
nothing beats
Correct.
having a coffee in the middle of the woods in the middle of nowhere.
Fucking man. You know what?
All right,
I'm
I'll-
riding with Freddie. Fuck you.
I'll bring my Stanley French press and we can.
Amen.
I've got one of
fucking
those.
do it.
I'm going to make a
Oh.
campfire. We're going to boil water. We're doing the whole 9
I'll have
yards.
to pick up that bag of Gearhead coffee and grind it. For
We
the
have
trip.
grounds. We have grounds. Unless you're
Well,
really,
I'm trying to do that. No, I'll grind it at home.
Do they have
beforehand.
any of those little like pre-mix things?
No, they don't.
no, it's all.
I was
grounds, beans,
thinking
or
about
K-cups,
doing,
or pistons as they call them.
cold brew, so you can do at home cold
Oh,
brew.
we could do a little cold brew action, a little pre-packed cold brew.
I've got one of those GSI French presses for backpacking.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, I mean, it's tiny, but it's like,
I want to get the.
The-
We might
Cup's
have to
bigger
bring.
than
We
the-
might have to bring like 2 pounds of coffee just for ourselves.
and we're definitely going to need airplane shooters.
oh, definitely for the passengers. For the
the
passengers.
passengers.
And for when we
So,
finish.
so
Because in West Virginia, it's legal to ride and drink.
ride and drink. Virginia does too, as long as the driver is stone cold sober.
Yes.
we don't condone any of this, and we will.
No,
maybe
this is
not
this
be
is
doing
this
it.
is close course.
Close course.
Close course after the race.
So my other plan is definitely getting zennies because that shit'll keep you.
So
up.
You're gonna puke your brains out, dude.
I'm definitely getting fucking zennies.
Have you
talked
ever
about-
chewed tobacco?
I have.
No.
It was cool in high school, man.
It was cool.
we talked about
You really
this.
were the redneck in Ashburn.
Yeah.
We talked about this when we went down to meet with Jed, and I was like, "Have you ever done one?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Are you
Never
gonna?"
done a zenny. I'll start with like a 3.
I was like, "Are you just gonna like shotgun right into one during the trip?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And I'm like,
I'll keep your ass away.
That
tempting.
and then my other idea is going full Joe Rogan and getting smelling salts. That shit'll wake the dead.
"I've never tried those."
Oof, we should. This is gonna be a bit. We're gonna do this during the. We're gonna stop and get gas, and we're gonna crack a smelling salt like 2 a.m. and just fucking video it and watch everyone fucking lose their shit.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll go get smelling salts this
I also
week.
brought gifts with me before I forget.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I like gifts.
Oh, the
Whittle Watters.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my coffee cup.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, what a whittle watto.
Yes.
Oh, that's so fun.
Oh yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some math
tracking
tracks.
boards. Oh, and you did it right because you got the I'm going to take the one with the magnets on. You don't get magnets.
You got 2 black ones. He's got 2 blue ones.
Oh,
nice.
that's so cute. Oh.
Give me my other one. Oh, you
you
want
want the
one
blue
of
one?
each? I don't care.
No.
I
Whittle
ran out of
Watters.
magnets. So
And this works now because I have black traction boards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Real overlander.
fucking tactical. Those are tactical traction
Tactical.
boards. See, now this is just making me need to finish setting up like the bar and everything down here.
Then put shit on it.
Yeah.
I've sold a few of those already, but I'm redoing the Max Tracks to a different style.
We got
Is
to
it-
call them. You got to brand them as math tracks.
I've had a couple issues with those, but they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Have
I
you
was-
seen, since we're on this topic of miniature off-roading shit, I was shopping for lifts for the shop the other day,
Yes.
BendPak makes a legit
1/10.
scaled 1/10 2-post lift.
I love that.
Like down to the warning labels are scaled
awesome.
down. Like I was scrolling their website and I'm like, what the fuck? 2-post is only $200, and I clicked on it. I was like, oh my god, it's an RC lift.
Yeah.
You can put your Whittle Watto on your.
Yes, if anybody wants to buy Whittle
Yes.
Wattas or Whittle jerry cans or Whittle Max tracks,
Hit up
follow
Freddie.
me on Instagram and
He's
I'll,
got good
I'll
shit.
hook you up.
Yo, look how
I've-
how overlanding my mic stand
Dude, I
is.
know Mike stand overland as fuck.
I designed the ladder from scratch.
Did you really?
That's
like
cool.
I've tried it with a couple things, but the ladder, like I made the hole for the magnet, and the magnet's like press fit into the hole.
Oh shit. Oh, yeah.
What are you using for CAD, or is it a 3D?
It's Tinkercad.
Tinker, okay.
So it's just a website base,
Oh, nice.
basically CAD for dummies, but you can get really deep with it. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
There's one I've been playing with, Shaper. Shaper's like 3D.
I think I've seen that one.
It was the cheapest one that also had an iPad app,
Okay.
because I've been like, I find it way easier. I bought a knockoff Apple Pencil, and I've been like,
Yeah, the Apple
Teaching
pencils
my-
are really nice.
yeah, and teaching myself CAD on my iPad instead of doing it with like a mouse.
I tried Fusion and like went into a
It's complicated.
seizure.
Yeah,
It's like I tried to make a box, and then I was trying to make a hole in that box, and it was like,
yeah.
You can learn a lot on YouTube.
oh yeah.
The thing I liked about, like, I want to learn Fusion because you can do so much more. Like, you can import a picture and like trace that picture a lot easier than you can in most of the other ones. Because like I was trying to design stuff at the shop, and I was trying to add the DirtNerds logo onto like the plate, and like you had to basically go in and like trace the logo. It's a nightmare.
See, you should.
Where like Fusion, I think, can like do it automatically for you.
Well, if you want the specific Dirt Nerd logo, there's a way to do it with Tinkercad.
Is there?
Like you can import a photo or
Tinker
a file.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then turn that into a 3D printable
Yeah.
thing.
Are you gonna put a Will Wada on your Jeep? Like a real Will Wada?
No.
No. For your
I don't need to get on my woof
for your my Will Wada.
when it wanes.
Well, that was
So-
off topic, but yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to get that out of the
we're
way.
good.
Yeah,
We're good.
That's awesome.
Where were we?
Uh,
Oh right, I'm gonna run.
Coffee.
I'm gonna run you out of fuel in the middle of the night.
coffee, and
Coffee,
fuel.
airplane shooters.
Of coffee.
Zennies.
Zinnies.
See, I don't know, man.
I'll do a 3-er. I'll pop a 3.
See, I don't even know what that means.
So it's they have different levels. They have 0. You can just get one just for the flavor. You get 3 is like the low nicotine, and then 6 and 9 are like the high nicotine ones.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
It's good. Old.
I'm gonna be
You're not even going to pre-run it? You're just going to
nope, just fucking
see?
shit my pants.
I'm with Freddie.
I'm definitely bringing toilet paper. I'm definitely bringing
Oh,
toilet
Dude
that's,
wipes.
that's a
No,
pro.
dude
yeah,
wipes.
Yeah,
Not toilet paper.
Both. You got to go both.
Yeah.
Because you got to do like you do the initial mass cleanup.
Yeah,
with the
that's
paper.
true.
Jesus Christ. I've never heard it referred to as mass cleanup. What the fuck is going on with your asshole?
First pass.
A lot.
First pass.
Apparently.
No, it's toilet paper is definitely a good pro tip. That's a fire department tip right there.
Yeah, definitely toilet paper.
I learned that really early on going hunting with
Yeah.
my dad. Yeah, as soon as you get into the woods, it's a given.
Yeah. I mean, the one benefit we have is we're not camping, so like
Yeah.
that cuts down like half the gear.
And it seems like a lot of these small towns, their general stores are going to be open because Jed posted the other day that Coke is going to be
Yeah.
giving out energy
It's like the
drinks
halfway
and-
point.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a whole
Yeah,
stop.
it's like I was gonna comment on that. I'm like, does this guy know that he's got to be there at midnight to make
really-
Williamsburg work?
I mean,
It's midnight.
is it?
So he went on his little tech tip for the people that are trying to draw routes. If it's Tuesday, you have like less than 5 days. But so on the media checkpoints that he did, he put times that we're going to be driving through there.
Okay.
So Williamsburg's time was 10:30 to midnight for Williamsburg.
Okay.
So it's going to be a late stop, but it's going to be really good for energy drinks. And I'm actually
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is going to be my last cup of coffee until probably Saturday night.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
So that way the caffeine hits you hard.
Right, because like my
Those
caffeine
days.
tolerance is so high. I'm I would say I'm a minimum
Interesting.
400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Yeah, I'm
minimum.
Well, see, I'm not that high. Because I don't do the energy drink stuff. Like I'm strictly a coffee is my source of caffeine.
I'm both. I don't do coffee that often. I do hot coffee in the wintertime.
Yeah, just because it's delicious and it warms you up.
I like adding all the tasty good stuff in there.
Yeah, the shit that makes it not good
should
for
we bring
you.
a milk frother? We can do full lattes on the trail.
I mean, I'm down. If we're doing it, I might as well fucking go all in.
Hey man, we gotta support our sponsors.
But yeah, so this will probably be my last cup of coffee before Saturday, so that way
I'm not gonna make it a whole week if I don't do that.
fair. You're gonna get the fucking mad caffeine headaches.
No, headaches would be the least.
I
of the
said the
problem.
other day that I want to like cut it in half until we go.
Yeah.
It's an interesting game plan.
Because like
I'm raw dogging this thing.
I'm we're
I'm
gonna
gonna show up with a backpack and a bag of coffee, and
I cut down some of the raw dogging with getting another hotel room because I didn't want to have to try.
we didn't plan on that either until we got talking. It's like, man, we might as well just stay up in Seneca on Friday night because it's gonna.
Well, we have 2 hotel rooms now.
We do, so we don't have to cuddle
Just,
anymore.
yeah, if you want to chip
But
in
no,
on that,
they're,
or did you already get one?
they-
Yeah, we
got
have
one of the
a cabin at
Oh, nice.
Yoakum's.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, it was like $150 a night.
And are we definitely doing that car show Friday night, or is that gonna be a Sunday thing?
We're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, he hasn't really said he doesn't want it to be like huge,
I mean, if everybody's staying at
but he also
Yoakum's,
doesn't know how many people are going to be
rolling in.
rolling in that morning either. So,
But so I think the other thing is, if we do a car show, people are showing up with the buddies they haven't seen in a while. They're going to want to drink and have fun.
right.
So if you're hooting and hollering until fucking midnight at a car show,
Yeah, he was like, I don't want
your
everybody to
drivers
be
won't be fresh in the morning.
Fair enough.
worth a fuck.
So
I think it'd be cool to do it Sunday afterwards, and everybody's all muddy and
yeah. Well, so they're
Jacked up.
they're shutting down Point Pleasant.
right. Yeah,
They're shutting down
yeah.
the main street in Point Pleasant
Yeah,
where
it's
we
gonna
can
be
just
cool.
line up on all the vehicles and everything.
Is this is like the
I
most
still need to call and get early check-in for the hotel on Saturday. I've not done that yet.
Sunday?
Sunday for Sunday.
Yeah,
I didn't do that either.
Yeah, we need to do that.
we what's it called? This is like the most like legitimate sanctioned event we've ever done. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, this is.
I don't know about you, but
This is like a full
Never anything this big.
gambler style.
Yeah.
75 plus cars
Yeah.
on open access, open public highways.
right.
So,
But like with like closed access, right? Like
Right.
No,
like shutting down Main Street of Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Gates that are open in the park that are normally not open. Like that's like a different level of sanctioned event.
yeah, it's wild because we talked when we got hamburgers after we recorded with Jed last time. Is he's like, they started in July.
Yeah.
July of 23.
Oh, they have hit the ground running and they
hit
are
the ground
cooking.
running, and they've got all the
Well,
support from everyone.
The Drift Appalachia thing blew up.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember, like, I don't follow the drifting guys hard at all, and that shit was all over
Everywhere.
all of my algorithm on social, YouTube, everything, long before I even knew about this event.
well, like it was hush hush until that day.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's like, we're down here in West Virginia drifting, and I'm like, what?
yeah.
Excuse me?
And, well, yeah, well, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, over at Summit Point, and then like Turk's video popped up on
Yeah,
YouTube
they're
for me,
literally-
and I was like, oh shit,
Literally
that's
going
not
uphill,
Summit Point.
drifting past someone's house. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah,
You know the scene from Hangover where the one guy's in the casino and all the numbers are running through his head?
Yeah.
That was me trying to figure out where they were because nobody said where they were.
oh yeah,
And it didn't figure it out until
Well, that'll be, I guess not really, because the map is public enough for 24 hours. but
Yeah.
there's going to be some trails that you see on some videos, like when you're flying your drone or
I
whatever.
cannot wait.
That
Yeah.
people are going to be like, where the fuck is this in West Virginia?
Right.
This is amazing.
I will
like when we go under the New River Gorge, because we're not going across the
Right, we're going
the bridge.
under. I've never
We're
been
going-
under.
We're going under the New River Gorge.
we're going under it.
going
Yes.
down and under
Okay,
it.
so I was
Which that's
inspired
gonna
by
be
your
amazing.
your drone purchase.
I was talking about buying a drone.
I didn't buy a drone, but I bought the DJI
Oh, you bought
iPhone gimbal.
Oh,
But
yes.
it's the selfie stick version of
Nice.
it. And it's got it'll delete the selfie stick.
I need to
Oh,
look at
that's
that
cool.
because I thought about buying that.
And like I have an extra phone from the shop, iPhone 13. So like I'm using that phone for nothing but video the whole time. So we might actually.
I should see Brian, see if I can get his GoPros too.
So while we're on that topic,
Yeah.
I have a DJI action camera.
Okay.
And it does
The
time.
the 360 one.
No, it's just a regular. It's like a GoPro.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it does time lapse really well.
Oh, that's cool.
So I haven't figured out where I'm gonna mount it yet. It's either gonna be on the windshield or in the cage behind us and like facing the driver and passenger. And it's gonna time lapse the whole 24 hours.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Was that a picture every 6 minutes?
So I can do it to where I do a picture every 10 seconds for 24 hours, and it's a 5-minute video.
That's not bad.
So-
So you're gonna put together a video for this no matter what.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of
So
them.
I wasn't planning on putting together a video,
We're
but I
gonna
was
have
planning
to.
on taking footage. You just want to give all of our footage to Trevor or to Freddie, and we can do like a combined Dirt Nerds Freddie video.
We can figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, but
If you
I need
want to, if you want.
Yeah,
to.
that's
Just
fine.
spitballing. Because
Well,
I don't want to have to edit a video.
One of the reasons AK is coming is like he wants to
Do video
do
too.
a bunch of video
Okay.
stuff to help us out. So
I need to do like a pre-run and see how much storage 24 hours of time lapse
even
is
though
gonna
it's a
take.
5-minute video, that could be like 50 gigs.
Yeah, if it's a picture every 10 seconds, that's
Yeah.
a lot of pictures.
And I
it's
also want to play
4K,
with it
yeah.
too because I don't know.
Do you have extra SD cards and everything you're bringing with you?
Yeah, but I think I would just have to stop and reset it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to do it every 10 seconds or do it like 7 or 8 seconds and
It's a little smoother that way.
right. Because I also don't know if this is going to take us a full 24.
I think it will. I think we're getting close.
I'm with you.
I'm thinking like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because it's like the goal is 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. Right?
Well, and
so
so-
we're going out like third to last on 33s.
Yeah.
So we're
we'll figure that out.
we're probably aiming for noon to noon, right?
So
Yeah, it's,
what I'm
it's
gonna try
33s, 35s, 37s, and then Subarus.
If we can't go out together, I'm going to try and go out the last of 33s, and you can come at the first
Yeah.
of 35s.
Yeah.
And that way we're still
Well, even if
together.
we just pull over and wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's not a timed event. He said that I don't know if this was recorded or not. That it is not a race.
Right. The goal is
The
be
goal
close
is
to 24
so-
hours.
No, the goal is to be close to 24 hours in between 25 and 30 miles per hour.
Correct.
If you are 29.9 miles an hour, 0.999
Yeah.
ending, as long as you don't hit 30, you will get a prize.
Yeah, he
Average
doesn't want
speed,
people
yeah.
going over
Right.
30, 40 miles an hour, which
Yeah.
is pretty
Smart.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the whole thing. So like I've like this whole road rally format is really popular in the classic car world.
Yeah.
So like when I was at the museum, we were a checkpoint for like 3 different. Like if you ever heard the what the hell's the name of it? The Colorado Grand. It's a 1,000-mile road rally.
Okay.
One year they came through the car museum when I was there, and like it's all these like old classic Lotuses and Ferraris and like open wheel stuff, and like they're just doing this exact same thing, but it's all pavement, obviously. But the idea is average speed and time versus getting there first.
Right.
So it's interesting because like you don't want to just stop, right? Because that throws off your average
Right.
speed. So the idea is you got to, as you're driving, you're thinking, okay, like this section we got to run this speed. This section we got to keep up this speed. Like it's there's more thinking involved versus, oh shit, we're 10 miles from the finish line. Let's take a nap and then cross the finish line at 23:59. So
that brings up a couple questions for me. How are you guys recording your time?
Gaia.
yeah, it was
Are you going to have like a separate device or are you going to...
Because I can do CarPlay. So I'll have it up on CarPlay the entire time.
so I was gonna bring my iPad.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Because I have, so I figure, because I have Onyx, you have Gaia.
Does your iPad have cell service?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So I can have Gaia up on the CarPlay,
right,
recording and doing everything and following that route, and you can also have it up on your iPad.
So
we can compare notes and have.
so
everything
my
else.
thought was if we use CarPlay to record, we can use the iPad for nav.
Yeah.
From a co-driver standpoint, like because we could do Gaia and Onyx on the iPad and basically have dual routes and one device just recording and the other one for navigation. because like then we could scroll
Well,
ahead.
so
we can,
on CarPlay you can do that. You can do navigation and recording at the same time with Gaia and Onyx. That's how I did when I went out in the fall with my in-laws.
Yeah.
That's how we did it. Is I was following a route that I made and also recording as I was going.
Right, but we don't want to follow. We want to follow their route, not your route.
Yeah, I'll have their route downloaded on my phone too.
Yeah, we get the email like that morning.
The morning, yeah.
That gives me so much anxiety.
See, that doesn't bother me.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what happens if people have technical issues and you have to use a computer to download it to your Gaia file? You can't download it from your phone to Gaia and all that other. Like,
There's two problems there. It's not mine and it's somebody else's.
yeah,
Amen.
fair, fair. So I'm bringing my computer for that reason though.
But even
So that way, if I do have issues,
even
downloading, I know I
more of a
can-
reason to know your shit and have your shit sorted
Right.
before you get there.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of this. Is it's not. This isn't as much as it is a fun run. It's not a fun run. There's supposed to be a challenge.
There's
here.
a lot of looking at the
There's some
forum
cool stuff.
and the event.
Yeah.
There's
A
a
Kia
lot of
Sportage on 31.
a lot of cool stuff, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of redneckery too. A guy posted a ZJ. He's like, I haven't had this thing running in 2 years. I'm so excited
Yeah.
to have it on the trail. I'm like, is this guy getting enough of it?
Did you see
to
the
navigate?
guy that posted his like he's running recovery and he's got like every radio known to man in his Gladiator.
Yeah, he was talking about his 37s, every
Yeah.
radio known to man.
So it's,
Part of his-
we're gonna get that wonderful juxtaposition of here's $100,000
just in communication,
just a
equipment.
communication gear in my Gladiator, and here's Bubba Joe and his ZJ that he pulled out of his field last week.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna be awesome.
He printed the map. He used
MapQuest.
MapQuest. It's printed out turn by turn.
But yeah, so on my Jeep, I have
$5 says that guy wins.
Sorry, if you're the guy in the ZJ and you're listening.
I know your name's not. Well, maybe it's not Bubba, but it's probably not Bubba. I love ZJs. Just
it's an
It looks very much. So the exact same color. Looks very much like Scrap Heap.
does it have the same dents? Like, did he pull it out of a junkyard?
It has a lot of dents. It's got different wheels. The only thing that makes me think it's not Scrap Heap is the wheels
runs?
and tires. Yeah, and it runs.
the front drive shaft's not folded over.
Fair.
not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I hope the trails are hard enough that we have to worry about that shit.
I cannot wait to see the trails. And the way Jed talked is there's going to be some technical
ones.
spots.
Good.
And he said,
He said you won't be able to do it in two-wheel drive, but you
Right.
won't need four low.
Lockers. He also he also said you shouldn't need lockers.
Yeah.
he said Tim's Jeep perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's
Stock
definitely overkill, but
No.
No, you don't.
Hydro assist on 60s? No.
it's fine.
Which, looking at your Jeep, I have a feeling compared to some other stuff that's going to be there, your Jeep's going to look small.
Oh, I know.
I was thinking the other way around.
No, there's going to be
There's a
some.
Velociraptor on fucking 37s. That's Trailbreaker.
That's fine.
That's and he's like the biggest tire I think is a 40.
He's got 40s running recovery.
Yeah. Mike Welling from Appalachian Off Road is running recovery.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
cool.
commented on my post the other day.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we
I
know
like
Mike and Angie.
So my head unit is a Android style, and it has CarPlay, but I can run. I need to test it, but I have Gaia downloaded to the Android side of it, and I think I can record there.
Oh, is it? So it's got like a
Its
cell
own
receiver
app.
in it. It's
Yeah,
got its own nav
it's
in it?
I have a GPS unit in it,
Oh, wild. That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, some of that stuff's out there.
so I need to do like a test run to see
Yeah.
if I can run that, and if I shut the Jeep off, if it shuts off or anything like
As
that.
in, like you would lose your recording.
Right.
So
I mean-
so I know that when I'm recording on my cell phone, it's just displaying on there and it's still recording the whole time.
Personally, and this might be the fire department / plow thing, like once it starts, like don't shut the Jeep off. If the Jeep, unless the Jeep shuts
That's
itself
a
off.
long time to run for.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're going to be doing it.
Yeah,
but
I know.
that's my shitty Dodge plow truck has run for 40 hours straight before without
Fair.
shutting off.
So I think either
So-
I didn't consider that. Yeah, I guess
I mean, 'cause
I knew the Jeep would be running for
I think it's
most
mo-
of the time.
I think it's more superstition and like more like an equipment based thing than it is like your car.
Yeah.
But like there's no reason to shut it off unless you're on fire.
yeah.
but I think I might record it on my phone because my phone's going to be able to be plugged in
yeah.
the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then we'll have an iPad on the dash, and then two other phones too.
Yeah,
so-
I think once you have the route and it's up on whatever you're using, it's going to be pretty easy to follow.
Yeah.
Because when I did my trip, I was so you have you have to download the route too, because there's going to be places where you're on cell service.
Right.
So download specific route, but it's super easy to follow. Like when we did our trip in the fall, I missed a turn, and like it was obvious from the GPS that I missed the turn.
Because I think if I need to upload a route to the Android side of the head unit, I need to use the SD card.
Yeah,
or some of those have like 2 USB ports.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those.
One's for like download and one's for connecting CarPlay or radio or music or whatever.
If we need to, we can use that side for.
Like I said, I'll have my computer with us too, so we can figure it out.
Yeah, and I'll have the iPad and 2 phones.
Yeah,
one won't have cell service.
Yeah, my other buddy.
Like I said, I do have an iPad that
he's got his guy I downloaded and logged into my account. So
yeah,
I think I worry about that kind of stuff. Like, is it going to record the whole time? Is it going to die? Is it going to stop?
Yeah, device charging is a big one. How many charging ports do you have in the Jeep?
I have the CarPlay one, and I have the cigarette lighter one.
I added 4 USB slots.
I was just thinking we either should get a 12-volt splitter or get some battery banks.
Well, I also have my
24 hours of GPS runtime on a cell phone and an iPad is going to drain those batteries.
Yeah, I can bring my Milwaukee battery too.
Yeah.
So we run off that, and that'll be fine.
So I had.
I'll bring all 5 of my M18s.
That's fair.
We'll have enough. We'll be able to jumpstart diesel trucks with all of our Milwaukee batteries.
Hell yeah, brother!
Where the cigarette lighter is supposed to be in the center console of a JK, both of those are USB ports.
So there's also there's cigarette lighter in the back of the Jeep too that we can plug shit into.
Yeah.
So I'll have my phone there, the camera recording the time lapse there, the iPad, and then whoever's riding passenger's phone. And then in the center console, I've got my GMRS plugged in to one of those too.
Oh yeah, we'll need the radios last a long time.
Yeah,
the ruggeds.
Yeah, as long as you're not
really long time.
transmitting a whole bunch.
So they
only really use power.
We can probably unplug that then.
I'll have spare batteries too. If it's
and then
the same battery.
I've got 2 inside the armrest that are charging my jump box and my second GMRS. And then I have 2 on the outside of the console.
I should probably bring the Jeep by one day after work, and we should look at putting stuff in it.
Well, even just like that, and going through Gaia and Onyx and just figuring out how we want to run all that stuff.
I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
You want to do like a 3-hour cannonball run through Loudoun County and test everything in the middle of the night?
Just drive circles around Lovettsville.
So I'm not doing shit tomorrow.
There's 313 miles of dirt roads in Loudoun County.
Our buddy,
with a river crossing.
There's several crossings.
Justin Head used to drive around. One of our buddies from the fire department used to drive his Xterra and 4Runner around these roads all the time, just when like he couldn't get out into the woods. And he was driving around one day, and the house here is still marked Jersey Auto Works. So like he was driving around and saw me at the firehouse one day. He's like, "So I figured out where you live." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of weird, dude." And he goes, "Yeah, I was just driving around dirt roads." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I was driving around dirt roads, past the house with a bunch of Jeeps, looked on the map, and it said Jersey Auto Works." And I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's my house."
See, I've rode by this house before on my bike, and when I came the last time, I've found out who it was.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah, when I meet like people locally,
they're like, "Oh, you live in that house."
They're like, "Oh, you're the Jeep guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Every time I see my sister-in-law's boyfriend Kyle,
he's like, he live like down the street.
Yeah, he's like, "Is Tom ever gonna do anything with that red plow truck?" I'm like, "No."
I mean,
he'll pull the plow off of it.
The hood was open today.
Yeah,
was that
the hood was open today?
Hood's open all the time.
Yeah, it's been open. It's perpetually. So I've narrowed down the no start to the fact that there's so much rust. I think all the grounds are just fucking corroded.
What's in it? I didn't even look.
5.9.
Okay.
If you want the motor, I'm pulling the spreader and the plow off of it, and it's going to the junkyard. Or the first person to.
We also have a half of a CJ frame and 2 axles that we could put under it. We could build so much cool shit with the shit you have in your garage.
Yeah, I just don't want to. Here's the problem: is it's so rusty.
Freddie could build so much cool shit with the stuff you have in your garage.
It's so rusty. Pulling the motor out of that is just not worth the effort.
Sawzalls.
Is it? Are you saying 5.9 as in Cummins 5.9 or Magnum 5.9?
Magnum 5.9.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not that exciting.
I was real excited.
If it was a Cummins, I would have taken much better care of it.
I was going to say.
You also would have gotten it. It would have cost you more than.
It would have cost me a lot
$1,200.
more than $1,200.
Yeah, I bought my 12 valve for $1,200. Just the 12 valve.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's about all that. Like, the motor is the only thing with any kind of value in that truck. It's that rusty. It's been a plow truck forever.
I forgot we had the TV. Let me set up the computer and we'll actually go through this because I do want to go through the route with you and actually look at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna take a pause for a second. We'll be
Pause.
back with the TV up. I got my nerd map up. See if I can figure out how to use it and still record a good podcast. Probably not. All right, so we got the route up. My route, my version of the route. I do not have the actual route yet.
Everybody use your imaginations.
So it's 606. I edited it back down a little bit. 606 was 77,000 feet of elevation change.
That's, like, not accurate, though.
So it's not accurate. So if you look at
that's total climb. Like, what's the highest elevation? 4,000? Yeah, 44.
40, 43, 44.
Yeah, okay.
It also drops down. Like the map is not perfect, so it drops
Yeah.
down at some points.
That one little section is just like, bop.
Nope.
We're just falling into a
That's
hole.
where you just drive off the cliff.
Yeah.
So we start right here, start at Yoakum's, come down, and then right into National Forest, and I can turn on my layers.
See, like definitely right there. So this section, when we go Seneca left down into the National Forest, I would imagine the media is not going to go all the way down into there.
No, I would
No.
imagine they'd run like that 3328
Yeah.
down to the corner somewhere.
So in all the it just got darker with darker green. All of that is public lands. So the dark green
Okay.
is all public land. So this is where shit, I just turned something else off. I turned on the MVM off.
Jesus
And
Christ.
public lands. So all the dark green is public land. So I mean, all through here, we're in Potomac Wildlife Management Area.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the first place we enter is up there.
I think I've been there.
So it'll be a good little section.
Yeah. I mean,
And then it's 25 miles to the first gas. I think is what I
Is
have
that
in
Hannon?
Harmon.
Harmon?
Harmon is 25 miles to the first gas stop and 25
Oh,
it's 25 minutes. So every
I bet-
25 minutes I have marked
yeah.
with where I think we're going to be. And this is also a media stop.
I was going to
Yeah, I figured that those guys will run across 33.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
And Harnon's also a
So 1P
spectator spot.
12P to 1P is media stop in Harmon. Good run. And then we got another 6 miles away.
Yeah, I don't think fuel's going to be an issue.
So then we come up through a small town. And then we enter the Monaga. I can never say that.
Monongahela.
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 Monongahela?
Sure, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, then
Where's the G at?
is it
there.
not in there?
It's definitely in there.
It's
It's
there.
Monongahela.
Yeah, it's the G right
Monongahela.
here.
Monon.
Monongahela.
Gahela. There you go.
Come to another small town. There's got to be gas in here. I haven't pointed it out since there's fucking gas here.
There's definitely gas at Davis and Blackwater. So,
Is Davis where we have to stop and get the burritos?
yes, Hellbenders.
So Hellbender's Burritos in Davis.
Any-
So are we
Anybody
actually are we gonna like
Shit our pants.
no, are we going to stop and get burritos?
Yeah.
I really want to.
I've heard from multiple
I'm all
people that we have to stop and get burritos. So I wanna stop and
Hellbenders,
get
like,
I'm all
so
for it.
we
'Cause
went.
I'm with you. I think realistically, I mean, if you do the math, if you average 30 miles an hour, it's 618 miles. Like,
Yeah, we have
time. We have
I
20
can't
minutes.
math. What's the math?
It's like it's just under. It's like 23 and a half hours.
Hellbender's Burritos in Davis, West Virginia. I'll add this to my thing.
But if we
got
stop and get burritos, then like
we're
just have to do
we're
an
gonna
extra
have to
5
stop
miles
and
an
get-
hour.
Right.
We're gonna have to stop and get food and fuel.
And that whole
so
section right there, I want to say is paved. Like
all of it. There's a lot of it paved.
Like up through Blackwater and then Davis, and then once we get to that gas station, I think it's all dirt after that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we
as
stayed,
I zoom in, we can see the different map layers. Like this is definitely dirt.
Oh, that's gonna be a cool drive on top of that ridge.
yes, it's awesome up there. So I've been to Davis and Blackwater many, many times. I grew up like an hour from Davis. But last year we went up and stayed a weekend in Davis. I had 4 burritos.
You didn't shit for a month.
Are these like Chipotle burritos or are they like Anita's burritos?
They're like the size of your forearm burritos.
yes. Yes.
And there's like, you can get like you need to look at their menu because.
Oh, I am. Don't worry. I'm on it.
Hold on. I got it right here. We'll go to. I don't know how to use the goddamn internet. Hellbender's Burritos.
We can tell.
This is why podcasts pay people to do this. The view menu.
Oh my God.
I like the fucking.
Yes.
So
Shrimp, garlic, spicy
all the ones on the right
buffalo
are the
sauce.
specialty ones that are big. My favorite is the Hellbender.
Yeah, that sounds
Shrimp.
really good.
We're gonna read out some menu items to you guys.
Yeah.
The Hellbender is shrimp or chicken in a spicy garlic buffalo sauce with rice, homemade blue cheese dressing.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be eating bad.
No,
Yeah, we don't even need to.
So we'll just load up on burritos there and not. To
Oh my
stop
God,
eating
look at
the
the
food.
Admiral.
And then the Admiral's really good too. So the Admiral is chicken, bacon, black beans, peppers, onions, cheddar jack cheese, guacamole, and your choice of salsa.
Yes.
Salsa.
Salsa.
What else is that? Ew, gross. Tree huggers got broccoli in it.
The face plant.
Faceplant sounds good.
Yep. But yeah, so we went up for a weekend.
That one's good. That's gonna stay.
I think this has
the
to be.
faceplant's gonna stay.
You got to be very careful about what you pick. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the Admiral would be good. Gravity Check would be good.
I think we legitimately stopped and
Shovelhead
just get
would be
all
good.
of our. We get all of our food.
See,
there
I
for
don't
the
like
whole trip.
horseradish or coleslaw that much.
No. You're a loss.
What do you guys think? We stopped there and could just get all of our food for the whole
Dude,
trip.
I'm not kidding when, yeah.
That may. I mean,
That's not a bad
If that's
plan.
if that's a like a 2 p.m. stop,
Because we
that's
just
gonna
throw them in
fuel
the
you-
cooler and we can eat them hot or cold.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
And that's going to fuel you all the way through. That's going to be a lot. That's protein and carbs. Like that'll get you going.
So 3 hours in, yeah, that'll be like a 2 p.m. stop.
Perfect.
So
This
we went up for a
is-
weekend. We stayed Friday,
Yeah, 1:30
Saturday.
to 2:30.
I had a burrito Friday. I had a burrito Saturday. I had a burrito Sunday, and I took one home.
This is why we're friends.
So yes, if you're doing the trip, stop in Davis at Hellbender's.
Even if you're just spectating, Davis is going to be a good spot to
Yeah.
spectate. I texted a buddy, Trevor Kate, this morning and told him he should drive up and
Yeah.
spectate and swing by Davis.
Who are your co-drivers?
Nate Riggleman and Cole Engel.
Okay, I met Nate.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met Cole.
No, he's from Morgantown.
Okay,
Well, he grew up in Kaiser, but he lives in Morgantown now.
and coming through here is another spectator point.
I also
3
think
3
Davis
PM.
is the closest for anyone coming from the Virginia area, as far as
Oh,
we
versus,
sneak
like-
we sneak pretty
yeah.
close to Blacksburg, I think. So for Northern Virginia, yes.
Yeah.
But let's see where we come down.
But I want to say
into-
Davis is like just over 2.5 hours from here. Okay, so yeah, we'll be
I mean, we're paralleling the state line.
yeah.
Like the BDR
Yeah.
is over here somewhere. I can turn on my other layers, but that's getting too map nerdy. I do enjoy the Map Nerd app.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's GW National Forest.
Yeah.
Literally butts right up
George
to
Washington National Forest, Cass State Park. So this is going to be a long stretch from where is this?
it. Parker.
Parsons.
Parsons.
Parsons is another cool
Parsons
little
all the
town.
way down. I mean, I've got a fuel stop right here if we're desperate for
So
fuel.
that's just a kickoff that you've made.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
just in case we have to get fuel.
so-
And it's actually not even. I didn't even make it part of the map.
What's that mileage
So here,
from the start to that point?
2125.
125 miles. You're asking great questions, Tom, because I have all this labeled.
No,
in my,
that's
in
why
my
I'm
Map
asking.
Nerd app.
Yeah.
God,
So,
what a
that's
nerd.
a solid.
It's 5 hours.
Yeah.
If you're doing 25 miles an hour, that's 5 hours to get to here.
Sure.
So this could be a good first fuel stop.
Well, but that'll
And
be-
Parsons is also a great little. Not Parsons,
That'll be
where
a
is this?
good.
Elkins.
Elkins is also a great little town. They got a bunch of stuff, bunch of food.
That'll be a good point to see all right, we're 125 miles in. Have we done half a tank? Are we at a quarter tank?
Right.
Like that will help us gauge the rest of the trip.
Okay, I can change the color of this marker too to make it more prevalent that we are passing through
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
Coming down, it's just more. I'm saying it's just more national forest. It's a ton. It's
Yeah.
a ton of national forest.
Yeah.
I can't believe how big the
Monongahela.
yeah that is.
Monongahela. Whatever you want. That's. Oh, there's Snowshoe. I always wondered where Snowshoe was.
Where'd it
It's
go?
not loading. I fucking zoomed out too far. I'm not good at this. Nadav.
How are you not good at this? But you've done all this.
No, I'm not
It's
good
the
at
multitasking.
I'm not good at podcasting and doing this.
It's the talking and using his hands at the same time. Talking's hard enough.
This is gonna be beautiful. The Seneca State Forest. Oh, it's not
Yeah.
that's not a river. That's a state park. I thought that was gonna be a river or a lake. I don't think we pass many big bodies of water. I think the biggest river is the New River Gorge that we go over.
I mean, it seems like it's running a ridge.
What
so.
time will we go through the New River Gorge?
It sucks. It's a
Yeah, he did say it's at night.
It's going to be at night, yeah.
New River Gorge is.
I can't believe we're going to be in fucking Ohio.
So this is New River Gorge.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So this is the famous bridge that goes over New River Gorge.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is our route right here.
Oh,
it's
that's awesome.
zigzagging.
Do we get to go through the river?
No, I don't think so. We gotta take. It's a ferry. We gotta take a ferry across. So we're gonna be. I'm joking. That would be so.
I was
cool.
going to say that's sick.
That would have been awesome.
So we were coming through here at 3 p.m.
Summer trip.
Oh, that's probably wrong. That must be 3 a.m. That's got to be 3 a.m. Because where's my next marker?
Or is it 3 p.m. the next day?
No, I must have marked that wrong. It's got to be 3 a.m. Because here's this marker that I made. And that's 16 hours. Yeah, so this is 3 a.m. I marked that wrong. So
Yeah.
we're coming through New River Gorge in the dead of night.
That's a bummer.
It's a bummer, but I mean,
I'm still gonna
it's
take
still
the
gonna
drone up.
It's still gonna be pretty.
Oh,
And
yeah. I mean,
So it kind of sucks because we had I think it was a full moon tonight, and it was so bright last
it was,
night.
yeah.
So if we have a good clear night and the moon's that moon
should be able to
if
see.
that moon's shining, you should be able to see plenty.
I'm sure it's also got some lighting around it.
I mean, it's the...
Probably not down in the valley.
No.
You don't think like the bridge itself is going to be lit up?
No, I don't think so.
Huh? We'll find out.
And then this will be a cool run through here
All along the river.
along the river. 2 gas stops in here in Montgomery. Like I said, there's more than enough fuel.
Yeah,
It's
fuel
really-
is not going to be is not going to be the problem.
And this from here, this point of here in Montgomery up through here is where I have my questions, but it's sticking pretty close to what he had mapped out, and
Okay.
coming in here, like you can see it's just flat. If you're tracing,
Yeah.
it's not a lot of elevation change, not a lot of big elevation change. There is a lot of small elevation change, but it's going to be pretty quick. I think this will probably be, I mean, if this is hour 16, it'll be 6 hours, probably less than 6 hours through here,
Yeah.
I think
because it'll be a 200-ish miles. It
He's-
should be less than 6 hours.
he said he ran somewhere to the end.
I think it was to
To Charlestown.
Charleston or Parsons.
Yeah.
So this is what he ran before in 14 hours to here. So this is all up through here is all new.
Yeah.
So this is all new right here. But I think he pre-ran it 2 weeks ago, and he did it in.
Yeah, he said he was going to do it the weekend after we met with him.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
What are the
I can't wait.
big elevation changes? And then the shitty thing is, like, this is where the reception is down here in Tees Valley. So
Okay.
it's
Did you
30
change your hotel or?
I didn't change my hotel. It's 30 minutes from the,
Oh, so
the end of the route to.
Are we? We're up in
reception.
Point Pleasant.
Yeah,
for
so
that.
we're staying. So we're shutting down Main Street right here.
Yeah.
In Point Pleasant. I think it's literally this strip by. He said we'll park by the Mothman Museum.
Yeah.
Look, if we don't meet the Mothman, heads are going to roll.
Dude, we're seeing the Mothman. If we're seeing aliens, we're seeing some wild shit. We're gonna be exhausted in the
You're
middle
gonna
of the night.
think you saw
in
some
West
aliens.
That's fine. If I
remember
think
when we
I
were
saw
going
the Mothman?
to Vegas, and we saw that me and you saw that green meteor.
Yeah.
and we tried to
It was
explain
in
it to
Tennessee. We were driving across Tennessee, and there was but it was an actual meteor. It wasn't UFOs.
No, I know, but we tried to explain it to Trevor and PJ, and they're like, "No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No fucking way did you see a green meteor."
Yeah, well, I mean, but apparently all
gonna see-
meteors are green when they go through the atmosphere as they burn up. So
We're gonna see
According to
so
Google.
much wild shit. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, then we're staying in the same hotel.
okay,
So it's a point that they've been making about hammers and how there's a lot of these single seat buggies and everything.
yeah,
I think that doing this alone would be tough and a big challenge. Doing it with friends is going to be easier because you have more people, but it's going to be so much more enjoyable
oh yeah,
because you're going to have friends with you. Just like
anything.
a lot of the reason that
Anything's
these
better
guys
with
aren't
friends.
going to single seat buggies is because they want, like the hammers guys, is because they want
Oh,
the
sure.
experience and being able to relive those.
Like, I
almost
remember when
died
we were real
moments.
dumb and we We did that thing.
Dude, if we don't use my recovery boards during this, I'm gonna cry. We cannot not use them.
I hate to break it to you, buddy.
We're not gonna use them.
We're not going to use them.
I'm gonna strap them on the back spare tire, just like the best overlander you've ever seen.
Can you like strap them in like an X on the spare tire?
I will have my recovery bag. I'll have my
you do
tire
the-
bag over them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would do it in an X over your spare tire with the bag hanging over the middle of the X.
I will work on that tonight.
That's overlanding.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited for this. This is gonna be.
Can we do a sidebar and see what Piggly Wiggly is?
It's a grocery store.
Oh
Is it a
yeah,
grocery store?
I've heard of Piggly Wiggly.
They're
I've
grocery
never
stores.
been.
It's like it's nothing fancy. It's like an Aldi
So-
kind of thing.
I believe it's in West Virginia, but there's a ice cream joint somewhere.
In West Virginia, I'm sure
That
there is.
narrows it down. Thanks, Freddie.
Yeah, on the 600 miles we'll be traveling.
better-
there's a-
I would hope there's at least one ice cream place.
no, it's known like nationwide.
Oh,
So here's midnight right here. This is gonna be
instead of Sheets.
no, this is gonna be where Coke is set up.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Right
We
in
talked about that. Yeah.
Williamsburg.
Okay.
So I think luckily the way he has the route set up, I think from here it does get significantly easier. Let's look at this.
The overnight's the easy part.
Yeah,
That
so
would make
there's-
sense. That's smart.
Yeah, it's exactly halfway.
So what are we doing? Are we thinking driving till we're tired? Do you want to swap every 4 hours?
I think
every
so.
stop
What
we,
do you,
we
with-
swap.
with 3 drivers? What are you guys planning?
We haven't talked about it.
Good, no strategy.
That's how I go into things.
Coin. Yeah.
I think honestly to stay fresh, no more than 4 hours
I think that's fair. Yeah.
per
Yeah, no,
segment.
you can't do more
Well,
than 4 hours.
I
No,
know-
I can. I mean, I did the whole drive to Disney.
He
pretty
drove
much
to
by
Staunton
myself.
by himself.
Yeah, and back and
When
reported for 2 hours.
When we drove to Vegas, he's like, we got to switch every 2 hours.
I
And
didn't say
we-
2 hours. I suggested every time we got gas.
Every 2 hours.
It was probably about that. Yeah, you're
It
right.
was like every 3.5, but we had to stop and get gas.
I know that there's definitely going to be some sections early on that I want to be in the passenger seat working
Yeah.
my drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Your just drone footage from around town is fucking cool.
It's insane. I
it's
brought
a-
it with me. We can go out and
Oh,
mess
hell
with
yeah.
it.
Nice.
Can we? I guess the airport. We'll see if
It's not on the map, so I looked it up before I came.
Really? Yeah, I mean, it's a private airstrip.
Right,
yeah.
but it's not on the map as a restricted airspace for me to fly.
Okay. Yeah,
But, like, if I
that's
go to
gonna be a lot of
Leesburg-
fun.
yeah.
Nothing. Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun to fly your drone and watch you fly your drone and get all that scenic
Dude.
good
Yeah.
YouTuber footage.
I'd been like on the fence for ever about a drone anyways.
Yeah.
This whole event popped up and I was like, man, this is like another thing is I think this is way bigger than we think
Oh,
it
That's what I
is.
was saying before.
Yeah.
This might be like the biggest thing we've ever participated
Like this is going to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Yeah,
If he really I mean, he says he's got every state. He's got 50 states represented.
Well, 48.
oh yeah, the US of the continuous US
That's wild that people are coming out here from California for this.
and missing hammers. Like I'm disappointed because obviously we didn't go to
I'm
Hammers.
having a little Hammers FOMO this week.
But,
I'm
Oh
not gonna
yeah,
lie.
for sure.
But like there's people that came out that are coming out for this that could be attending Hammers.
Yeah, but I mean,
but this
Hammers isn't a,
that's a different speed for
Yeah.
people.
yeah, it's a completely different type of event.
like we're dumb in like all kinds of off-roading.
yeah.
There's certain people that just like this kind of off-roading.
Right.
Then
Where
there's
they
other
think-
people that just
there are people who think Hammers are the scum of the off-road world.
Yeah.
Like,
especially too like the cove is so low on our totem pole
yeah,
for wheeling, but like people that come in from other states are like, oh, it's awesome there. It's like, man, it's all right.
that's just because we know
Yeah,
it.
we've
Right.
been
So
there,
it's
yeah.
probably the same concept with people that are out west and
Yeah.
have wheeled all that and it's been to Hammers 10,
It's just
15
wild
times.
that the reach is
That big
That
and so
big.
quick.
'Cause
The fact that it filled up. I sent
in
the
what,
first
3 months.
not
No, it took 2 days.
no,
2
no,
days.
but they announced it 3 months ago.
In December.
Yeah.
Early December. Or late November.
I think it was like November-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I sent my email the same day, like 3 hours after you sent your email. Then I asked around. I'm like, hey, I need a co-driver. Like, I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Then I sent my follow-up email saying, hey, yeah, I got a co-driver and everything. 3 hours later, and the first 50 spots were full. He's like, I got you. You're literally number one after if someone drops out or we expand. Then they expanded to 75, and that was also filled within the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to think of what I was talking about before.
I have Monkey Foot. God damn it! I talk to him all the time on Instagram. Monkey Foot Off Road. He's a buddy that talks to me through the podcast all the time, and he was like, "Hey, I'm interested in doing this next time." I'm like, "Dude, you have to be on it. Like, you need to like as soon as this event is over, you need to spend your life on Facebook."
Oh, I know a few people that wanted to do it, and they're like, "Hey,
Monkey,
how do I sign up?
Monkey Foot Outdoors.
How do I sign up for this event?" And I'm like, "Did you email?" No. Well, you got to email, and then you got to be on it. Because I emailed the thing, like the announcement for it dropped on a Wednesday. I emailed Thursday morning.
Yep.
And then I got a email back Friday at lunch that I was in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
So the summer one is going to be. He said he's going to expand it to 300.
Yeah, 100 bikes, 100 side by sides, and 100 rigs.
Wild. That's gonna be.
But that's going to fill up
be
so quick.
That's gonna be a spectacle to see, though. Like that's gonna be
this is-
so
You mean
cool.
compete in when we're there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So-
No,
so-
this is going to be an annual thing. This
biannual. Not biannual, I guess.
Well,
Don't be a nerd.
Not bi.
No,
So I meant like twice a year.
Okay.
didn't he say May? Was
Yeah, that may be a conflict.
Yeah, if we're in Moab, that's not going to work. So I think the date that I saw for the spring summer, I think is the same week we're
He hasn't
trying to go to
posted anything
Moab.
about it yet.
Yeah, he
Oh,
hasn't
different event then.
Single date, no.
But this is just scratching the barrel. For
He
what
did
they
post a
wanna
date
do.
for their Appalachian Power Tour.
Yeah,
that he
Maybe that's what
renamed.
I saw. Is that
Oh,
in May?
did they rename it
He
already?
renamed it, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like middle of May.
Okay, maybe that's what I saw.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this blows up and see where it goes.
Oh, it's definitely like
because
I
it's
don't-
gotten national attention.
I don't think sitting here right now we can comprehend how big this is going to be. Like I think it's going to be that big.
I'm
I'm
so
with you.
excited for it, and that's why I literally fought with my wife. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I know you're out of town. I'm going to this.
But so that's
It's the
why
best time to go on trips.
Oh, I know.
so that's why I looked into a drone, and I got a buddy Eric that we wheeled with at
Yeah.
the Cove that has one, and I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I borrow your drone for this rally?" I was like, "I really want to use one, but I don't want to buy one yet." So he brings it over, and he's like, "The batteries are dead. I haven't used it in a while. You should charge it up and then be good to go." I charge it up. It's broken. Well, no, it flew fine, but the gimbal kept getting stuck. And it kept saying gimbal stuck. And you could still take off and fly with it. And I flew like 2 minutes, and I was like, I'm done. I need to buy one.
Yeah,
So I bought one.
more expensive hobbies. So we have access.
Expensive hobbies to complement your expensive hobby.
Right.
we have
But I've already
access
made
to a good
$2
one.
on it, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotta love that monetizing your Facebook.
Yeah.
So we have access to one. Sean's. He said we could use any time.
Okay.
I just have to figure out a battery charger.
I think AK has one too.
Okay.
I think.
So
Don't quote me on
I
that.
bought a big battery thing, the 20,000 milliamp brick.
Yeah.
It's really heavy. But it should charge that up no problem because I've got 3 batteries and the remote's charged up by USB-C too. So
Yeah.
What do you think, if anything, on your Jeep? What do you think could possibly break?
oof.
The 3/8 so the motor.
Yeah, the motor. But
So-
the
so-
motor only
Change your oil?
I changed. So we did a ton of maintenance. We can go through that too. But
So for the motor blowing up, I am throwing my tie-down straps into PJ's truck, and he will have a hitch ball. We can rent a trailer to get something home.
Why are you putting everything in PJ's truck?
yeah,
No, the tie-down straps for the fucking trailer.
Put him in your Jeep, you
We
bum.
can put them in PJ's truck.
He's not your personal fucking
He is.
chase
PJ's
truck.
not your purse. All right.
PJ, you're taking
we have more than enough space in your Jeep. We're gonna have a
Okay.
cooler and an iPad and a couple
we're-
backpacks.
So we're bringing.
But I don't know the way this guy talks. I bet he's gonna have a suitcase
No,
and
I
a
don't-
duffel
I don't
bag.
pack
no,
heavy.
I've camped enough with him. He's good. That's the thing is like
So that's why I want to limit the stuff in there, because I like to pack efficiently, just the stuff that you need in the vehicle.
yeah.
But put
Tie-down
everything in
straps,
there.
tools, spare parts.
Why do you need ratchet straps to tie down to a trailer in a?
If you put them in your Jeep, you're not going to need them. If you
Okay,
put them
good
in
point.
PJ's truck,
You're gonna
we're
need
going to
'em.
need them.
Yeah, but we can't tie down to a trailer if there's no truck to pull the trailer.
But the truck will be there to pull the trailer if needed.
Fair. Okay. So yes, we're bringing tie down straps. So that
'Cause
way, if we need to get a trailer to get
PJ's got
home-
enough shit that he's got to carry himself.
Right.
He doesn't need to carry all of
He doesn't
your
need to
shit.
worry about your shit.
PJ.
And frankly, given how badly his truck got stuck in that field helping his neighbor.
I heard about
Fair.
that.
We may be recovering the chase truck.
PJ's like, hey guys, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest fear, and I've had this conversation with Tom, is my front drive shaft.
Why?
Because it's the Red Zeppa and it's spit and grease already. It's not going to leave me stranded by any means.
no.
But I
Worst
think
comes worst, we take it out and we finish a 2-wheel drive.
yeah, it starts clicking. I think that potentially could be my big failure.
It's not
But
really
it's
a
not a
big
big
failure.
failure. It's just
How many cove trips did Tom walk wheel an entire weekend with a blown up front drive
That's
shaft?
fair.
Do you know how many wheeling trips I've went on with a front drive shaft made out of square tube?
I love that. Was that in the Fummins?
No, I made those out of actual drive shaft material.
Oh, nice.
But no, I've done plenty of trips with square drive shafts.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think flat tires.
Yeah,
belt-
I'm worried more about
Yeah.
like busted sidewalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get the bottle jack and the Mac
saw
tracks.
that, yeah.
The Rhino Recovery USA recovery boards.
Yep.
Nice.
And it does. I was impressed because I didn't think we would have it, but it was missing the cleats right in the middle of the board, so you could put a bottle jack on there, which is very nice. So it doesn't have like a set of cleats.
Yeah.
I was impressed by that. I don't think we'll actually, knock on wood, use it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll throw my. I was gonna throw I got like the Milwaukee tool bag. I was gonna throw like impact.
So what's your setup? What all are you bringing with you? Tools and
So I'm gonna bring a full complement of tools, like just ratchet set, breaker bars.
You want to throw the Boxo kit?
No, because I've got the stuff that I carry for every trip,
True.
and it usually doesn't leave me stranded. Then I've got my bottle jack, recovery boards, recovery straps.
I think with the infrastructure too, like you don't need that much stuff.
No,
No, I got way too much stuff.
So
Like if the recovery guy's got a
The-
welder
the-
on his Gladiator, like
the other way that we're looking at this too is that it's just going to be the two of us, your Jeep and my Jeep, in the middle of the woods trying to run this route. There's going to be 1,000 other people around us.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be the two of us
Right.
hanging, cruising national forest roads.
I've got several other people I know that are running it too. One guy's in a FJ 65.
Is that the red one?
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Michael Julian.
Yeah.
And then other buddy John Leonard's running in a Subaru wagon.
Subaru. I did not. When
That's
he posted
cool.
the picture of that Subaru wagon, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
That thing is dope.
yeah, and like I said, we know Mike's running recovery.
Yeah. So
PJ
yeah, I'm not.
And then like 2 or 3 other people that I know commented on my post that I made that said they'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we definitely don't need to load down like we're doing this alone.
I think-
this
I
is
think-
not an Arctic expedition.
Oh, so I've got my pack out box that has wrenches, vice grips,
Oh, yeah.
pliers, all that stuff. I've got the pack out ratchet set.
Yep.
I've got the pack out first aid kit.
Wow. You
We
blew
need
that Milwaukee
we do
wad.
need. We do need to get a first aid kit. I don't
I've
have
got
one of
the
those.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Milwaukee cooler.
Jesus Christ.
It's just a little one. And then I've got a Milwaukee hard box that has all of my air tools in it.
Nice.
Because I have,
Do you have a
I'm
pack
sure
out
you-
base in your Jeep?
yeah, I bought
I
a
need to do
plasma
that.
cut one.
Yeah.
But I have a power tank that's filled.
Did you hear that, Tim? He bought the plasma cut one, not the cheap plastic one.
Yeah, fuck that
fine.
cheap plastic one.
I'll get the plasma cut one. I need to make moves on getting.
It's good now that you have it.
cooler
I
first.
can. I'll just trace it, make my own file, and then
Yes.
get it made.
But it's got a bend in it, so I don't know.
That's easy.
They'll do bends.
Will they?
Yeah.
Send cut send?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not
But
a
then,
sponsor, but awesome.
so I've got a full power tank and then my air tank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll have an air compressor.
Yeah. OVS, Overland Vehicle Systems, the up down air. Their portable 12-volt one that just clips to the battery is like 5 CFM. It's a pretty heavy duty portable. So I've got one of those sitting on the shelf. So
Of that, I don't plan. Because you were originally talking about airing up and down.
no,
I don't
but-
think we're going to do that. I think we'll set to 22 psi.
yeah.
I think 22 will be the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Where like smooth on the trails, but also you're not going to delay them at 50 if you got to go 50.
Yeah.
We're also not going to develop that much heat, but
I mean, but it'd be nice to have the compressor if we need it. Like if you get, because like how many times do you start the trip at 20, and then by the time you finish the trip, you're like, wow, man, 20's sitting real low, and you realize you're at 12.
yeah.
Like, you know, it'd be nice to have that compressor if we need it.
Better to be looking at it than looking for it.
Yeah.
That's it. Other
My
than, like,
brain
coolers
just
and
shut
stuff.
off.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
coolers, food, but it looks like we're getting all of our food from Hellbenders.
Yeah, we'll
road snacks
probably
for
put
sure.
drinks in the Milwaukee cooler, and then I've got a backpack style cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
what I was going to
I'm
bring.
probably going to bring.
Road trip pro tip that I've learned over the years.
Toilet paper.
Besides toilet paper, we've talked
Dude
about
wipes.
that. And water.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
lots
yeah.
of
Like,
water.
like as good as the caffeine and the coffee can be,
The water
like,
will actually keep
the
you awake.
The water will do more for your alertness than anything else.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
yeah.
So I was going to get like a 24 pack of just the waters
Yeah.
from the grocery store, fill up my I'm going to use an Arctic,
Yeah.
fill up my Arctic cooler, and then put caffeine and other stuff in there.
So on that note, I 3D printed pack out cup mounts.
Of course you did.
And then I bought the two guys running it with me pack out cups.
Can you 3D print the pack out cleats?
Yeah,
So I can just drill those into the bottom of my Arctic cooler and I don't have to buy a cooler?
yeah.
Why would you you're going to drill into the cooler and compromise all the insulation?
No, it'll be fine. It's just a little bit of insulation. It'll be okay.
Just make
How
sure-
else are you going to secure them on there? Glue?
Yeah.
E6000, bro.
I'm an idiot. I don't know.
You ever
Liquid
use
nails.
E6000?
I don't even know what E6000 is.
It's like shoe glue.
There's a lot of hardcore. Like you got to use the right glue. Is
Like the
key.
magnets that
All
are
right.
on
Well, I'll
the
glue 'em.
Max Trax is E6000.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, it's like super glue,
but
epoxy based.
epoxy based glue.
I'll have to do that.
Get a
then.
good scuff on the bottom of the cooler. Good mechanical adhesion.
What else? What else are we gonna? Ooh.
Ding.
Ding.
What else we
So
got?
my mic stand is overland as fuck.
So what? You're bringing all that pack out stuff. What are your guys planning on bringing or doing? Like, how do you guys
Moral support.
moral support? Do
Their
you
appetite.
plan on? You can't plan on driving the whole time. You're gonna drive as much as you can, though.
Well, like I said earlier, I definitely wanted early on in the day, whenever we're in like the forest area, I want to be running the drone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do you have like the fucking?
no, that's FPV.
You don't have one of those.
No, this is just it.
I get motion sick watching those videos. I can only imagine what it would be
Yeah.
like to sit in a moving car watching an FPV drone. I'm vomiting thinking about it.
Oh,
See, that's my other concern is I don't do well texting and in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's going to be running the drone.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, we may not even be able to get that good of footage while we're riding anyways.
Depends on where the canopy is. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how the trees are.
That's why I went with the selfie stick style
Yeah.
on
But
the gimbal.
like there's definitely some shots I'm pretty excited to get.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
yeah. I'm most excited to see. I mean, I'm most excited to learn new trails in West
I was gonna
Virginia.
say, I
'Cause I know
think-
nothing about West
I was
Virginia.
say we've
four-wheeling.
I've never wheeled anything anywhere near.
So we
here.
used to fuck around on Powerline trails near Davis. Like scroll up on the map to where Davis is.
like up here.
Yeah, so if you go down through Brown Mountain up at the top, like Davis is right there.
Yep.
You go down to the right over 48, up,
I can't fucking see anything.
up,
Up, up,
up, up.
up, up.
Uh,
Uppies,
Route
uppies.
48. We messed around down there a lot, like New Creek Mountain.
Okay.
And
So where I've been saved items, then I have North Carolina Overland, Virginia Overland. Let's see that. These are places I've been. Like it's all down here. So I've got a lot of fucking waypoints. It's a lot of down here, but it's all been with Sean.
Yeah.
So it's close. And the BDR also runs right here. So we are paralleling it pretty damn well.
Yeah. I mean, the terrain's going to be the same. But like that's a whole new. It's a whole new set of scenery.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah,
there's a
essentially
lot
the
of overlooks in West Virginia that
Yeah.
are awesome.
I was
And
saying
they're,
it's,
like,
it's like the
hidden.
other side. It's literally the other side of the mountain that we normally wheel on.
Like I think that first little section that we turn on, like down from Seneca.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, I think there's an overlook there.
Let me turn off my
I can't
fucking-
remember.
Turn off my layers. Turn off the map nerd.
Take off your layers.
No, I'm sorry. See that we're running along
Yes,
a
it's
ridge
like
right
Spruce
here.
Knob. That's an overlook.
Yeah, right. I mean, right in here is a huge overlook.
So
Maybe a little detour.
yeah, stop there and
Because this is
Actually,
only,
that might be
this is only
a good
25
spot
minutes in.
if we can't if we can't go out together,
meet
that
up.
might be a good spot. Pull off onto that overlook and meet you at the overlook.
That honestly, we should probably just plan to do that. Like you leave whenever, I leave whenever. We meet at Spruce Knob.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because right here is 25
Oh
minutes.
shit! My sweet Rocktrix hoodie has one of those headphone wire holes
nice.
in the pocket. I just found it. Like, why is there a hole in my new hoodie?
Speaking of other sponsors, we have to give Adams a shout out.
And Rocktrix now,
And Rocktrix.
officially. Yeah.
But Adams sent us a $100 gift card to give away in the raffle.
Nice.
Bunch of swag to run. And then
Bunch of swag, Rocktrix.
Rocktrix gave us a little bit of gas money. Donated to Children's Home Society, and they are also doing I think it's a 20 or 25% off gift card for the raffle.
Yeah,
Nice.
and,
On that note, Candlewick Inn in Kaiser is donating to the Children's Society as well. My one buddy that's running it with me, his dad runs that restaurant in Kaiser.
Cool. Yeah, so I mean, as always, check out the people that support us and
Yeah,
are
and,
supporting this event. Yeah.
And RhinoUsa also kicked in some of
Yeah.
those, some of those boards.
Yeah, yeah.
So the boards I got, they helped me out with the boards. All of our sponsors use code DirtDrive. Our partners use code DirtDrive. Save yourself some money.
Yeah.
One big conglomerate ad read.
So what maintenance have you done to your Jeep for this event?
I had it in the shop, and I've touched every bolt under that Jeep.
And
It's all got. Did
diffs,
transfer
case.
oil change. I didn't do transfer case.
No.
I need to do transfer case and transmission. I'll do those when we get home because it's just at 60.
You'll be
It's at
fine.
66,000 miles now. The manufacturer recommendation is like 66 to 100 for depending on use, and it was before. I mean, even now it's just a highway vehicle. It hasn't seen a lot of abuse. This will be honestly, this trip that we're doing now is more miles on the JK than I probably ever put on the XJ. I don't think I've ever put 600 miles on the XJ since I've owned it.
Well, and
I'd
that's
have to
just
look at the
600 miles
registration.
of the event. You still have the 2.5 hours to get there and the 6 hours to get
Right.
home.
Yeah.
Because that drive home's every bit of 400 miles.
Probably pretty close.
430
Yeah.
So
or more.
What is it? Would you pick up 70 at that
hold on,
point?
I can just fucking Google it.
Yeah, I went through and we went and did my lower,
I can type.
my frame side lower control arm bushings on my long arm were wiped. They were like starting to spread out from the
Yeah. Well, your
bushing.
your Jeep had a hard life. His Jeep's
Yeah.
been babied.
yeah. So I did
The one
those.
benefit.
And man, I tell you, having the right tools makes all the difference.
Oh yeah.
I bought a Harbor Freight press to do them, and it was just
Yeah. Yep.
like butter. And then did the oil change. I did the transfer case a few weeks ago.
320 miles, 5 hours and 16 minutes from the hotel to the house.
To 68 to 50 to 79. Yeah. Okay.
So it's not too
Not
bad.
a
Yeah,
bad
that's not
drive.
terrible.
I've got to cut through Kaiser to drop those guys off.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, I wonder what the guys with the side by sides are doing because there's a bunch of there's two side by sides.
I would assume that the side by side guys are local.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they've
Gotta be.
got to get a trailer to the end point, or I guess they
They're
can drive it
following
home.
them. I saw they were talking about it on the
Yeah.
Facebook.
I mean, there's only a handful of them, right? He said there's only
Two.
like two. Yeah.
And they're leaving with the Raptors, so the Raptors are going to be the trail breakers.
Yeah,
And then the side by sides are on their own independent route of everyone else.
yeah.
because there's certain sections they can't even go
Right.
through.
Right.
But yeah, and then I did. I added USB chargers that are 12 volt.
I didn't even think about chargers.
Removed the old CB and installed GMRS handhelds, and then we went through a light check, bolt check, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I pretty much did the diffs, the oil change.
Yeah.
We were gonna do a winch. I couldn't get a winch. I couldn't afford a winch, and Tom wouldn't sponsor me with
ass.
one.
I was gonna sponsor you with one, but still involved you spending some money.
No, I was gonna spend some money, but also I'm to the point where I don't think we had this conversation with Matt. I don't think I need a winch.
50% of the time, someone else has a winch.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more than that for me.
I just like to be that someone else.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
with you.
that's
I would put a winch on everything I own if it made sense.
It doesn't.
kinda
I don't
thing.
think
Right.
it makes sense for my JK.
It does.
I think
it does.
Okay, it does.
It's a JK.
It needs a winch.
It
It's already got
does.
the winch. It's actually got a Fairlead on it already.
Yes,
too.
you're a poser right now.
Because when I bought that,
You might as
bumper-
well put those little Max Tracks on there and call it a day.
And
Oh,
your
yeah,
whittle
brother.
ladder.
And you whittle water to get on your whittle roof in a windstorm.
Because it is a whittle Jeep.
There's a little baby Jeep. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What else? What else we got?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I feel like we have a good plan that isn't really a plan, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
A loose idea.
I'm trying to have no expectation. That way we can just enjoy it and just do what we need to do. I'm excited.
I think
for
we
the
need to
whole
do.
thing.
I think I mean, I don't want to be rolling around with 10 burritos in my cooler.
Oh, I do.
I'm gonna put 10 burritos in my stomach.
We're gonna stop every 5 minutes for Tom to
no,
shit.
no, that's not gonna be our only food stop.
I think we should stop and get burritos and then get a second one, have in the cooler.
Yeah, we'll eat the burritos, get one to go.
Right. I think that's a
dinner.
perfect plan.
Right.
And
then there's gotta be a
I do
midnight
think we need
snack
to map out some sections to where we can get like some.
By we, you mean me?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Freddie.
If does the Williamsburg stop where Coke was setting up? Is that a general store? I bet you they'll have some good.
Good
sandwiches.
I think there is a general store in there. I've got to look at my.
I think also.
God damn! It's like I have my computer pulled up.
We also, the three of us were like, everyone go to Sam's Club or Costco and just buy a box of your favorite snacks.
I will say we did that for Vegas and ended up with more food than we could eat.
Okay.
Like you don't need the Costco packs for that stuff if you ration yourself correctly.
I don't.
It does not look like there is a general store.
Where are they setting up?
Community building, probably the community building.
Maybe.
But Williamsburg doesn't have gas, so if you're planning on getting gas when we stop for the Coke stop,
There's gotta be. If there's a post office, there's a gas station.
There's no gas.
There's a post office.
There's a post office.
There's got to be gas somewhere nearby.
Is there gas in Hamilton? Because there's a post
The
office in
nearest
Hamilton.
gas stations are around
Yeah.
here.
Is there gas?
There's not gas in Hamilton.
No.
These are the nearest gas stations to Williamsburg.
Yeah, I guess
Which
it's
are
not
not
officially
near.
Hamilton. You're right.
I just
So-
flipped Tom upside down.
Yeah.
So this will be the next gas stop if we need one. This would be
Oh, right next to Precious Pups.
in Black Church. Sam Black Church, whatever it is.
But yeah, I think
God, it's cheap. $2.90 for regular.
the burrito place. I think the burrito place should be like maybe the only or one of two like restaurant stops.
Yeah. Like meals.
Right. Because I don't want to go in and sit down and eat a burger somewhere.
No.
The
And
burritos are quick because you get them to go. They're wrapped up in aluminum foil.
I know me personally, like pulling an all nighter like this. It's that 2-3 o'clock in the morning that your body's like, wait a minute, we didn't sleep, we burned extra fuel, I need food.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that midnight snack stop, and then basically finishing and then getting breakfast, I think is a big key.
And I think there's a couple good places to eat in Point Pleasant. So
Yeah.
Trying to see as we come through here too. This will be 1 a.m.
Yeah.
which is is that nothing? There's nothing there.
Yeah.
God damn it! I thought that was gonna be a little town.
when you were zoomed out further, I saw different. Oh no, I guess not. Oh, I saw that burger up there.
Yeah, that's Williamsburg.
Okay.
There's fucking nothing through here. I mean, we will pass general stores.
Yeah, and really the freaking little Debbie cakes.
So as we, that'll drive you fucking insane and make you throw up. I've had 1,000 little Debbie cakes today because we haven't had any food.
Go to diabetic shock.
New River Gorge will have.
I'm sure, yeah.
They'll have some big gas stations around there and everything. I assume. I honestly don't know. Fayetteville.
I was saying,
there's gas.
So
here.
like, I'm thinking like what we deal with like in Southern Virginia, like a lot. Oh, the Secret Sandwich Society. Yeah.
But this is gonna be at 3 a.m.
Well, yeah, but
But it's a secret sandwich site. Maybe they're open. Click on
maybe
it.
that's why they're secret. They're only open at 3 a.m.
I'll call them.
Well, that's like the donut place in
Pies,
Hagerstown.
pints, and craft beer and pizza.
Still got to find that ice cream place.
Oh yeah.
The one ice cream place in West Virginia.
But no, there's a donut place in Hagerstown that's only open from like 7 p.m. to midnight.
Well, there's like a cookie place that does that shit too.
How do we do this? How do we end up talking about food again on this fucking
Because we're
podcast?
fat. I don't know. This is probably a long ass episode of us rambling about food.
That's fine. I think this is
We're
a lot
only
of
at
good
like hour and
information
20 in.
That's a long episode.
We took that 10-minute.
Hour 33, yeah. Hour
Took
20.
a 10-minute break. Though.
Fred, do you have any other points, tips, anything else you want to talk about in general? May not be related to Overland fucking gayness.
I don't think so. But no, I've said this a lot recently. It's like I've done the whole trail rig thing. You got to trailer it everywhere.
Yeah.
And it gets
kinda over it.
old, and we're all grown up now, but we still want to be dumb. I think this is a very good output to that because, like, 2 of us have kids.
Yep.
Most of the people I wheel with have kids.
Yep.
So, like, this style of stuff is very exciting to me because it's something that we can all go
kid-friendly.
and do.
Well, it's so when it comes down to it, the best part of wheeling is hanging around the campfire and bullshitting with your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't have to worry about breaking my rig while I'm doing it, that makes it even better.
Like-
Sometimes the stress of like I almost died and rolled my Jeep is fun. Like
Have you ever almost rolled something though?
oh yeah.
It's another level.
After you've realized you've survived it, you're like, holy shit, that was amazing. But it's why you're a little scared, but then you have those memories of almost dying with your friends, and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, but I'm very excited that I've landed into the JK that I have because I think it's very well built.
Yeah.
For
It's a
just
good- it's a
about
good
everything.
mix.
Yeah.
Because it's still good on the street. I do need to add a rear sway bar. It's a little
Little
wobbly.
Yeah. It's half the fun.
But
Almost dying.
it's
I just said
not
that.
big enough to where it's ungodly or undrivable on the street. I can roll 80 down the street, no problem. But it can go out and it can run 600 miles and
Off-road.
hopefully
Hopefully
run
knock on
600
wood.
miles.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Plus another
Bring a couple quarts of oil.
400.
Yeah, just to get home.
Yeah, because so we'll have. I've got a 2-hour trip to Kaiser on Friday night to pick up my 2 buddies, and then it's an hour trip to Seneca that night, and then we've got the 620-mile trip, and then we've got the 30-minute trip to the after party, 30-minute trip back, and then another 4-hour trip back to Kaiser, and then another 2-hour trip back to here.
Yeah. It's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
A lot of driving. I'm
Oh,
so excited though. I'm excited to be doing it with my friends because we did the road trip last year.
Yeah.
That was a fuck ton of fun.
Yeah.
We're doing this. I'll call this the rally road trip. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just a road trip.
Yeah.
And then we're doing
a lot of road trips this year.
We're going to Moab in May.
Yeah.
Do you want to come to Moab in May?
Yes.
Okay. Freddie's coming.
You don't
can
by
we-
chance have an RV, do you?
No,
He
but
did.
I have a Suburban.
He did have an
No,
RV.
we need with running water RV.
What if we rent one?
Way too expensive.
Really?
Yeah, I looked into
for
it.
2 weeks. Yeah.
It's honestly the same cost as just getting hotels, and then you don't have to put fuel in your hotel.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Freddie, where can people find you? They already know. They've met you enough.
Fidget.Fred on Instagram. I've got some YouTube stuff going on too, but it's not as widespread.
More
but
YouTubes to come.
yeah, and I'm working on it. I think I'm hoping that my idea of time lapsing the whole trip is going to be a good video.
Yeah, and that can be good B-roll for your video with the drone footage.
Right.
Yep.
It'll also be a good 5-minute video just by
Yeah,
itself.
I think I'm just going to dump it out as a 5-minute video
Yeah.
onto YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, not Instagram because I don't think you can do that long.
No, you can on TikTok, but not on Instagram.
I think the Instagram TV stuff, it's still there. I think you can do it might be limited to 3 minutes.
But that's going to be dumped out on YouTube, and then I'm going to have a lot of phone footage and drone footage and try and make 3 or 4 videos out of all this.
And maybe we'll get another podcast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where to find us? The Dirt Drive, DirtNerds Motors, DirtNerds Off-Road, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, DirtNerds Off-Road, DirtNerdsOffroad.com. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Comment, review, all the
review.
fun stuff.
We appreciate you guys. If you're listening to us for the first time because of our episode last week and this episode, we appreciate you. Please stick around. Let us know what you want to listen to more of because we're always open to ideas. Rate us wherever you're listening. And I think that's it. I appreciate you guys. Freddie, thanks for coming out again.
Thanks for having me.
You're fun to talk to sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Damn.
Tom, this is your basement.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Bye, guys.
Bye.